same pew, as if we were in the same pew, same photo, same painting of Jesus, and he asks me, "Who is that?" And I had already, as if I had already studied for the test, I said, "That's the Son of God." And the answer that he gave was, "No, he's a prophet. People think that he's the Son of God, but he's a prophet." And even more confusion. What? I thought I had the answer right. This is a trick question. Am I being tested on this? So, yeah, I did grow up as a Muslim, if you're wondering, from since I was age 10. From 10 to age 24, and became a Christian. Maybe I shouldn't tell you that. Maybe I shouldn't tell you the year and the date, because that will give you my age. You almost fooled me, Internet. You almost fooled me into doxing myself. I see what you're doing. I see. But no. So the question was, how long? Why do you believe in God? And I gave the answer, which is a true answer, a true story. I tried, I tried atheism for one day, and it did not stick. It was before I became a Christian. It was I met an atheist, and I was like, "What? Really? You don't believe in any God whatsoever?" He's like, "No." So I rolled it around in my mind. What if there's no heaven? No religion too? And I could not live with it. I could not deal with it. Could not deal with it. And that was like, I think that was like a year before I became, not even a year. Where was I? What was I doing? But that was, unbeknownst to him, he was the person who made me think, huh, what if there's no God? Can I deal with that? Can I live with that? Can I believe that? Can I live my life based on that? And apparently not. Apparently I cannot. This guy's neck. What was I thinking? I can't remember who I based this off of. I think the neck is just too much. Let's erase that. Those muscles are. It's not like he's a power lifter or anything. This guy is not the Hulk. This guy should not be lifting power. Oops. Undo. So I don't know if I've told you the story before, but if I have, tough. I'm going to tell it to you again. So the first time that I ever read the Bible, I read a Gideon's Bible, one of those Bibles that you get in a hotel. You say, "I'd like a room, please." And they say, "Would you like Old Testament or New Testament? Smoking or non-smoking?" Nobody says that anymore. But so I actually was not in a hotel. I was staying at, I was traveling. I was in someone else's house that they cared, that they were nice enough to allow me to sleep there. And there was a Gideon's Bible there, a tiny New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs. Hydrating. Self-imposed hydrate. So I decided I had already read all of my Star Trek novels. All the Star Trek novels that I brought with me had already been read. So I had nothing else to read. So I said, okay, because of my Islamic background, I had been told that the Bible was not, it was true, they believe it was true at one time, at one point, but because of the mistranslations, so-called mistranslations, over the years, that it had become corrupt. So that's why they don't believe in anything that it says anymore. So I said, okay, but it is a good idea for Muslims say it's a good idea to read it, but not to believe in it wholeheartedly. But when I read it, like for example, I saw that there were some things that I had been taught were not true. For example, I had been taught that Peter walking on the water was a parable, that it was not actually Peter walking on actual water. And when I read in John, you can tell when the parables are being told as parables, because it says the parable of the sower, the parable of the mustard seed, the parable of the, fill in the blank. Walking on the water was not listed as the parable of the walking on the water. So I said, well, that seems inconsistent with what I've been told. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes, so John 19:36. Let's go there. Shall we? Oh, no. Am I set up? No, I'm not set up to go there. Nope. Pay no attention to what you... Well, maybe I can... John 19:36 through 37. I've told this story so many times. Let's see if I can possibly remember it by heart. It says that after Jesus had been pierced with a spear, and there was a sudden flow of blood and a sudden flow of water, and just as it had been written in Zechariah, that no bones had been broken, and they would look upon the one that had been pierced. So no bones were broken. The soldier was asked by Pilate, let's get these bodies off of the crosses before this special Passover. Could we please do that? And Pilate said, okay, break the legs, because if you break the legs, they will have no support to stand on, and they will suffocate to death. They will die faster, and you'll be able to take them off the cross before Passover. So Jesus was already dead, so it was not necessary to break his legs, but they did pierce his side with a spear in order to make sure that the heart was dead, I guess.